Traveling to Walt Disney World with kids, a stroller, and a week's luggage turns a standard 260-square-foot hotel room into a cramped obstacle course. Disney's answer is to upgrade you to a deluxe suite or a villa. But when you check the cash rates and see prices hitting $800 to $1,000 a night, that option gets crossed off the list immediately. That sticker shock is exactly when the Disney Vacation Club pitches itself as a workaround, a path to premium space for a fraction of the nightly rate. It solves the space issue, but buying in requires a massive upfront investment, trading a short-term lodging headache for a decades-long financial commitment. To understand if that commitment makes sense, we have to look at how the mechanics work. Each DVC contract is a real estate deed that provides an annual allotment of flexible points. Those points are tethered. When you buy a contract, you attach it to one specific Disney hotel, what they call your home resort. Having a home resort gives you an exclusive 11-month priority booking window at that specific property. To use points anywhere else, you wait until the 7-month mark. By that time, the most popular rooms at other resorts are routinely sold out. The system dictates your behavior. You cannot simply hunt for the cheapest deed available. You have to buy a contract at the resort where you actually intend to stay. Once you pick a resort, you have two ways to buy in: directly from Disney or on the secondary resale market from a current owner who wants out. The cost difference is drastic. Buying direct from Disney currently runs roughly $250 per point. On the resale market, that exact same point often goes for closer to $120. But the upfront purchase is just the start. You are also committing to annual dues. These property taxes and maintenance fees cost $8 to $12 per point every single year, even if you never leave your house. This chart tracks the break-even horizon, the exact year where your upfront costs plus annual dues become cheaper than paying cash. Because of the retail markup, buying direct adds years to that timeline compared to the resale round. DVC is essentially a strategy of prepaying for decades of vacations. It only makes mathematical sense if you are absolutely certain your family's travel habits will remain identical 15 years from now. The equation changes again when you look at the rooms themselves. Booking a one-bedroom villa costs significantly more points than a standard studio, but that extra cost buys functional utility. A one-bedroom gives you a full kitchen, a separate sleeping area for the kids, and an in-unit washer and dryer. This chart measures that utility. Having a kitchen means you can order groceries for breakfast and snacks, which knocks $50 to $100 a day off your family's food budget. Upgrading to a villa provides a way to actively lower your daily food and logistical costs, helping to offset the higher room price. If you want that villa experience but refuse to take on a real estate contract, there is a back door. It's called the rental loophole. This diagram shows how it works. When owners can't use points, they sell them. Specialized brokers facilitate the transaction, allowing regular vacationers to rent those points. You secure a deluxe villa for hundreds less than Disney's retail cash rate. The trade-offs are strict. You have to pay in full upfront, the policies are non-refundable, and you need to lock in your dates 7 to 11 months in advance. For most families, renting points delivers the exact same premium luxury outcome with absolutely zero long-term financial risk. The math points to a very specific ideal buyer. A family of 4 or more who visits Disney every year or 2, plans to keep doing that for the next decade, and has the cash on hand to buy a resale contract. If you visit infrequently, prefer to mix in non-Disney destinations, or require the flexibility to cancel a trip at the last minute, buying into DVC is a losing proposition. Regardless of how often you visit, there is one financial mistake that ruins the math for everyone: financing the contract. Taking out a loan at a 10% or higher interest rate completely obliterates the savings the system claims to offer. You end up paying thousands of dollars in interest just for the privilege of paying annual dues. Adding high-interest debt to a timeshare purchase turns a potential saving into a permanent financial burden. Lodging, whether owned or rented, represents only one portion of your total travel expenses. Managing the rest of the trip requires strict line-item budget planning. Running the exact numbers before you leave is the only proven way to prevent your vacation from turning into a massive financial hangover on the flight home. I'm Kelly Bennett, host of the My Disney Brain podcast. I help families engineer trips that fit actual human budgets without sacrificing the experience. To help you run these exact lodging, food, and ticket numbers for your family's unique situation, I created the Disney Budget Master Workbook. It's $27 at mydisneybrain.com, and it covers every single expense category. A Disney trip is expensive enough on its own, but the cost of going in without a strategy is even higher. True peace of mind comes from finalizing your budget before you book a single reservation.